the members of this body, Mr. Hazem Bata, who had given the opening prayer about 2 years ago. Was it about 2 years? Roughly about 2 years ago. And I appreciate his words at this time. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum, peace be upon you all. I want to thank the council for inviting me to speak today. When I was a kid, my dad told me, Hazem, the greatest thing I ever did for you, and your mom ever did for you, was to give you your siblings and to bring you to America. I was born in Egypt, but we immigrated to the United States when I was 3 years old. And as I'm growing older, I'm appreciating more and more the words and the wisdom of my father, and I realize how fortunate all of us are to be living in America. However, some 25 years after my father spoke those words to me, their legitimacy is now being tested. Hate crimes against Muslims and those perceived to be Muslims are at an all-time high and are up 78% from last year. Attacks against mosques, threatening letters and emails, shootings, assault, intimidation against Muslims are no longer uncommon occurrences. Here in the greater Indianapolis area, I've had many Muslims, especially sisters who covered their hair, tell me that they've been verbally assaulted in supermarkets, that they get intimidated while they're driving down the interstate. This is right here in Indianapolis. I've had kids tell me that they're afraid to go to school because they get bullied, and other kids are telling them that Trump is going to send them back to where they came from. This is happening right here in Indianapolis. Social norms have been rewritten in the last 12 months. Comments that just 1 year ago would have been considered bigoted, unprofessional, and unacceptable are now stated openly without any sense of embarrassment or fear of public reprisal. As citizens, the best thing that we can do is to be honest about our country. And America is a great country. We have a history of doing many things right, but we also have a history of doing some things wrong. Let's be honest about them. America has a problem with race relations, and I use the term race loosely to include religion, ethnicities, sexual orientation, and so on. Muslims are certainly not the first to experience this. You can ask Jewish Americans, you can ask Japanese Americans, African Americans, Latino Americans, LGBTQ Americans, and so many more. Proposal 482 affirms our fundamental beliefs in freedom of religion and justice for all, without which America would stop being America. My father, God rest his soul, passed away a couple of years ago, told me that the best thing he ever did for me was to bring me to America. Let's not make a liar out of him now. Thank you.